With the weather we normally have on these islands, you'd imagine water would be the last thing we'd have to worry about. Well, you'd be wrong. Okay, so we all know it rains too much around here, but drinking water is still a very limited resource. You see, there's a huge difference between rainwater and drinking water. The liquid that comes out of your tap is treated with the bleach chlorine. So, the less drinking water we use, the less of this potentially dangerous chemical we need, and the less of it will build up in the water supply over time. But even after treatment, our water is far from clean. Because of general industrial pollution, artificial fertilizers, pesticides, domestic sewage and farm slurry, drinking water contains higher and higher levels of bacteria, heavy metals, lead, aluminium, toxic pesticides and nitrates. And as we guzzle more and more H2O, we need to flood more and more land for reservoirs. At the same time, when we take water out of a river, we're in danger of reducing its natural flow. But it gets even more complicated. Sometimes you can actually take water out of a river without reducing the water level, and that's when you replace it with raw sewage. Then a little further downstream, someone else takes water out and replaces it with even more sewage. So by the time it gets to the sea, the level of sewage is uncomfortably high. So what can we do to help? Quite a lot, actually. Each person in an average household uses about 135 litres of water a day, about 1,000 glasses like this. Most of that goes on washing ourselves, washing our clothes, and straight down the loo, which is a little strange, really, considering the huge time, effort and cost that goes into ensuring all our water is drinkable. Very little of it is actually drunk. In 1977, during a severe drought in California, many people hung a notice on their lav which read, "If it's brown, wash it down. If it's yellow, let it mellow." Crude perhaps, but not without a certain ring of truth. You see, a quarter of all our drinking water goes straight down the toilet. Every time this is flushed, 9 litres is instantly polluted. Now this can be reduced dramatically by installing a dual flush cistern or by simply putting a brick in it. An average bath uses 90 litres of water. A shower takes only a third of this. Substituting a daily shower for a bath could save 420 litres in just 1 week. A household's other great cleaning device, the washing machine, also gulps gallons of water, as much as twice the amount you'd use by hand washing. So, when you go to buy one, why not consider its water consumption as well? And, while you're at it, no harm to check out its energy consumption too, before making any final decision. Then once it's installed, do a wash only when you have a full load, thus saving not only on water, but also electricity and detergent. If you must do a smaller wash, then use a half load or economy cycle. And don't forget your phosphate-free detergent. And this is where all our water ends up. It's a sewage treatment plant, and all the waste that flows down our sinks and is flushed down our loos arrives here. It may not look too bad, but the pong is a little unhealthy. And that, you see, is because it's full of ordinary human hold on, I can't say that. Jobby? Yeah, we'll go with jobby. It's full of ordinary human jobby. Now, eventually, all that jobby and whatever else is in there is removed, and the water is pumped back into the river. And the strange thing is that the water that goes into the river is often cleaner than the river itself. Unfortunately, that says more about the state of the river than anything else. But there's a problem here as well. All sewage treatment plants have what are known as overflow tanks. These are used during peak periods when too much human jobby and other bits and pieces comes flowing in. The excess is stored in the overflow tanks and cleaned later. Trouble looms when it rains. Just at the time we're saying to ourselves, heck, we've oodles and oodles of water, there's no need to spare it. At this end, it's wreaking havoc. When there's a long, continuous downpour, the tanks fill up and simply overflow, allowing only partially treated sewage to run directly into the river. Not a nice thought. Okay, so yeah, we have loads of water, but the less we use, the less we have to clean, and the less we risk polluting.